What's up, Leeds faithful? Your boy is back with some absolutely massive news that's gonna shake Elland Road to its core. Listen up, because what I'm about to tell you will either have you jumping off your couch in celebration or throwing your scarf at the wall in pure frustration. We've got 3 earth-shattering stories that just dropped, and they're all connected like a perfectly executed passing move that's about to change everything we thought we knew about our beloved whites. First, up! There's a Brazilian goalkeeper who's been making waves across Europe, and a top manager literally called him the best goalkeeper in the world. This isn't just any ordinary signing, Leeds faithful. This is the kind of move that could completely transform our defensive setup and give us that Premier League edge we desperately need. But that's not all. There's also drama brewing with one of our promising young strikers who's basically thrown his toys out the pram and refused to even show up to training camp. The fallout from this rebellion is sending shockwaves through the entire squad. And if you think that's mental, wait until you hear about the Brazilian midfield maestro with Premier League pedigree who could be the missing piece to our survival puzzle. But there's another club trying to hijack our move. Smash that like button right now if you're ready for this emotional roller coaster. Hit subscribe because you know I'm always bringing you the hottest Leeds United news before anyone else gets their hands on it. The first revelation involves a goalkeeper signing that's going to have Elland looking over his shoulder. Leeds faithful, buckle up because this first bombshell is going to have you absolutely buzzing. Lucas Perry, the 6'5" Brazilian wall who Paulo Fonseca literally called the best goalkeeper in the world, is now our #1 between the sticks. Can you even process this madness? While we've been sweating bullets all summer wondering who would replace the error-prone Elland, the board has gone and pulled off the signing of the century. Lucas Perry isn't just any goalkeeper. This is a man who commanded respect at Lyon, kept 13 clean sheets in 45 appearances, and has penalty-saving abilities that would make Gianluigi Buffon jealous. Remember that incredible Coupe de France quarter-final performance. Perry stepped up in only his second game for Lyon, kept a clean sheet against Strasbourg, and then turned into an absolute penalty-saving machine in the shootout. The man looked the opposition straight in the eye and said, "Not today, mate," before diving the right way to deny them. But here's what's got me absolutely losing my mind, Leeds faithful. This isn't just about shot stopping. Lucas Perry brings that South American fire, that commanding presence that makes defenders feel invincible behind him. At 27 years old, he's entering his prime, and Paulo Fonseca's words are still ringing in my ears. Right now, the best goalkeeper in the world is Lucas Perry. The Brazilian moved from Botafogo to Lyon in January 2024, and it took him months to establish himself as first choice. But once he did, he never looked back. His distribution improved dramatically under Fonseca's guidance, turning what was once a weakness into a genuine strength that could revolutionize how we play out from the back. Sure, there might be some concerns about his footwork according to French football experts, but who cares when you've got a keeper who can single-handedly win you matches? This is the kind of signing that transforms entire seasons. And with Everton coming up on July 18th, imagine the statement we make with a clean sheet debut. But wait, Leeds faithful, because while we're celebrating this incredible addition, there's trouble brewing in our attacking ranks that's about to test Daniel Farke's patience to the absolute limit. Hold on to your scarves, Leeds faithful, because this second story is going to make your blood boil. Mateo Joseph, our 21-year-old Spanish striker who we've been nurturing and developing, has basically spat in Daniel Farke's face and told the entire club where they can stick their training sessions. You want to know what's got me absolutely fuming? This kid didn't just ask for a transfer. Oh no, that would be too professional. Mateo Joseph straight up refused to join his teammates for our training camp in Germany. He looked at that plane ticket, looked at his Leeds United contract and said, "Nah, I'm staying home, thanks." Daniel Farke was already grinding his teeth when Joseph skipped the Manchester United friendly, but missing the 8-day training camp? That's what they're calling the red line that's been crossed. Can you imagine the atmosphere in that dressing room when the lads realized one of their own had basically gone AWOL? And here's the part that's going to make every Leeds faithful's head spin. Parag Maroth actually rates this kid. The hierarchy thinks Mateo Joseph has massive potential, which is exactly why they're refusing to let him go on some cheap loan deal with an obligation to buy. Real bettors came sniffing around, took one look at our demands, and ran for the hills. But think about this madness, Leeds faithful. We're about to start our Premier League campaign. Joe Pyro is injured. Patrick Bamford is basically surplus to requirements, and our promising young striker is having a complete meltdown. Daniel Farke must be pulling his hair out, wondering how he's going to fill that number 9 position. The Spain under-21 international made 39 appearances last season during our championship-winning campaign, and now he's ready to throw it all away because he wants guaranteed starting time? This is exactly the kind of entitled attitude that can poison a dressing room and derail everything we've worked for. The kid has clearly been influenced by agents whispering sweet promises in his ear, but missing training camps and disrespecting the manager. That's crossing every line imaginable. And now the entire squad is watching to see how Farke handles this rebellion. But wait until you hear about the Brazilian midfield wizard who could solve all our problems if we can beat Nottingham Forest to his signature. Leeds faithful, prepare yourselves for the most devastating blow of all. Douglas Luiz, the Brazilian midfield general with 5 years of Premier League experience, the man who was absolutely instrumental in Aston Villa's rise under Unai Emery, is on the market, and we want him bad. But here's where this story becomes an absolute nightmare. Douglas Luiz is tempted to join Nottingham Forest instead of us. Can you believe this madness? While we're here offering our hearts and souls, Forest are waving European football and $3.4 million in annual wages in front of his face. This is killing me, Leeds faithful. Douglas Luiz has 94% pass accuracy in Serie A, 75% long ball accuracy, and the kind of set-piece delivery that could transform our attacking threat overnight. This is a player who knows the Premier League inside and out, who's been there and done it at the highest level. Think about what this signing could mean for our survival chances. With Sean Longstaff and Anton Stash already through the door, adding Douglas Luiz to that midfield would give us the kind of experience and quality that could be the difference between staying up and going straight back down. But Juventus want him gone after he couldn't settle in Turin. He hasn't adapted to Serie A despite his obvious talent, and now Forest are offering him European football that we simply can't match. This is the kind of transfer that could define our entire season, and we're watching it slip through our fingers. Douglas Luiz has the passing range to unlock any defense, the physicality to dominate Premier League midfields, and the leadership qualities that could make our young squad believe they belong at this level. His 78.6% dribble success rate and 55.4% duels won show, he's still got that Premier League quality that made him indispensable at Villa Park. The 27-year-old Brazilian has proven he can perform under pressure in the biggest matches, and his set-piece expertise could be the difference in those tight games that determine survival. But if we don't move fast and offer him something spectacular, we're going to watch him join a direct rival who can offer European nights. Leeds faithful, we're at a crossroads. We've got the best goalkeeper in the world between our sticks, a young striker causing chaos behind the scenes, and a potential midfield maestro who could choose our rivals over us. Smash that like button if you think we need to break the bank for Douglas Luiz. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should we let Mateo Joseph leave or fight to keep our promising youngster? And are you as excited as I am about Lucas Perry's arrival? This is the transfer window that will define our Premier League return, Leeds faithful, and every single decision we make in the next few weeks could determine whether we're celebrating survival or planning another championship campaign. What do you think Daniel Farke should prioritize first?